What's going on, lovely people? I must suggest that you should start getting excited because, in my opinion, a big move is about to happen. And there are numerous reasons for this. First, Trump's policies have turned very bullish once more. This is evident from the posts he makes on social media. There will probably be a tsunami wave pretty soon, and I believe that the technicals support this as well. The news and, of course, the quantity of system liquidity that will be utilized. I'm once again reaching the same kinds of bullish levels that I was just before I started what was known as the November election supercycle. This could take a little bit longer than that, but I believe it will happen sometime in the next 30 days. Nevertheless, based on all I've seen, I believe that rockets will be here within the next month. Complete fireworks. Let's discuss the specific news immediately to see why this is the case. The geopolitical, the news regarding various cryptocurrencies, including treasuries and XRP, after which we will discuss the technicals and what I'm doing to capitalize on this. After that, you can sort of decide what you believe the case might be about. Having said that, I would like to let you know that I am currently in Bitcoin 2025 Vegas. This is a really fantastic event. I am able to observe everyone who is actively developing cryptocurrency at the moment. And I must admit that a lot has changed since 2021, when I was attending all the various events. And for all of you newcomers, that was the final bull run. As a result, I noticed that several initiatives in 2021 were not producing anything. All they were doing was utilizing buzzwords like community, tokenomics, or utility. And they hoped that would be sufficient to draw a sizable consumer base to their new NFT project, or whatever other kind of product they're working on. In actuality, though, it was nothing at all. They were not creating anything worthwhile. This time, however, things are extremely different because almost everyone I see developing anything related to blockchain, be it Bitcoin, XRP, or any other cryptocurrency, is genuinely offering some sort of practical benefit. The bubble doesn't feel as big as it did in 2021. Just have a peek at the current status of NFTs. Never previously have they come close to where they are now. However, cryptocurrency prices like Bitcoin and XRP are reaching all-time highs, don't they? This year, XRP and Bitcoin both reached all-time highs just a few days ago. Thus, this substantiates my argument. However, much more of what I'll discuss here will bolster it much more, where projects that are building very successfully and offering practical value that saves people money, time, and just improves their lives will prosper. My premise is that I'll be in favor of that. I'll demonstrate to you why I think XRP will top the charts. As we can see, President Trump expressed great satisfaction with the EU's 50% tariff allocation. Additionally, Trump claims that the EU will allow trade between the US and European countries. Now, this is clearly amazing. We would like to see greater foreign trade. We want more individuals to trade abroad using cryptocurrencies. And all of these things are taking place. In case you missed it, the first tokenized XRP real estate fund was just launched in Dubai. Yes, with XRPL. Amazing. And for the global community, this is a massive, huge event. People will notice that real estate funds and other such items are tokenized using XRP. How quickly they will recognize the benefits of it. People are able to draw in capital from all around the world, so it will be obvious for everyone to participate. And that kind of development, along with all the other things that will follow from these kinds of trade deals with all these countries, is something I'm really looking forward to. I will now point out that, in terms of the economy, we aren't quite done yet. There are still a few warning signs that require attention. Our mortgage payments are the primary issue that directly worries me. Even if interest rates have decreased and banks continue to put a lot of pressure on consumers about credit card debt, they continue to rise annually. They are refusing to follow the Fed in lowering their rates. In Europe, it's the same. In Canada, it is the same. All of these industrialized countries, including the US, have the same situation. Therefore, it is imperative that this issue be resolved as quickly as possible. It's clear that banks are still having some issues. Now, adding stable coins and cryptocurrencies to their offerings is one way that many of these banks may be able to attract more clients. Many banks are currently working to accomplish this. They have already established some collaborations with the XRPL and they intend to introduce their own stable currency in addition. Plans exist for that. Thus, this is most likely how they will deal with this problem. Nevertheless, it remains an issue that has yet to be resolved. You should therefore keep an eye on that. Trump media is now touting a $2.5 billion plan to establish a Bitcoin treasury in order to speak exclusively about cryptocurrencies. That is quite insane. Thus, Trump's media is heavily invested with Bitcoin. There are billions of dollars flowing in. Michael Saylor is seen doing the same. Do I now believe that these billions of dollars will contribute to an increase in XRB's price? Most likely not at first. However, as the area gains recognition and more people, including presidents and prosperous business people, continue to make significant investments, it will eventually attract additional capital. Retailers everywhere will ultimately notice it and follow suit. Every bull run I've witnessed has been just like this. Because of this, we're going to see an increase in older generations and Trump supporters who haven't yet invested in cryptocurrencies. More followers of Michael Saylor, who were previously perhaps a little more hesitant to get more involved in the Bitcoin, will be visible. Thus, in my opinion, this is a win-win situation overall, but it will take some time before we can see the effects. Additionally, the United States of America is witnessing something truly amazing. Consumer confidence in the US is climbing to 98, which is higher than anticipated. This historical figure is enormous. I mean, it's really amazing to see how much consumer confidence in the United States has increased recently. I must say, really awesome stuff, dudes. In summary, American customers are very self-assured. Data on inflation will be arriving shortly, you know. I'm really looking forward to it in a few days. Trump media and simply investing billions of dollars. Yes, the mortgage issue still exists, but trade agreements are being made. As a result, the charts appear to be quite intriguing when we examine them. Right now, we're examining Bitcoin. Additionally, we can observe that the stochastic RSI is in fact oversold, indicating it offers a little different tale, but in the short run, there will be a slight improvement on the day we're looking at the 15-minute there. The blue median line has already been reached. So it's clear that's a wonderful thing. This is what you can see. The one-day chart is this one. Right now, we're just going up. Additionally, the situation with XRP is rather similar. In general, XRP lags slightly behind Bitcoin. As you can see, XRP is still significantly oversold on this particular day. Therefore, that is something to just be aware of. Naturally, I buy every red day here myself. Due of my busy schedule and flight, I didn't make a purchase right here. For instance, on this particular red day, I made a purchase, and I want to make many more. We've just been moving pretty slowly at the moment. We've had a blow-off top each and every time we've been oversold in the past. Here's an example. We lit lovely large green candles. Here's another example. Some lovely large green candles were present. Another excellent example was back here in March, isn't it? Of course, November is another month that everyone keeps in mind. We were oversold in November and December here as well, which was a significant period. As a result, there are several instances of oversales and subsequent large explosions that have occurred within a span of 8 to 3 days. I mean, in my experience, you simply don't want to miss these. Should you do so, you will regret not purchasing more than you did. That's why I'm purchasing more. Right now, it is supported by both